How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel, depending if you're new here, depending if you're not. How's it going? I hope that you guys have had a great start to the year. Obviously, I'm very sad Texas did not win the national championship. No, that actually went to Ohio State, which well deserved. Honestly, they played so much better than any of the other teams in the like championship run for the playoffs. No, today we're going to be talking about the Super Bowl. Obviously, for Americans, that is like one of the biggest sporting events of the year, if not the biggest. Here, they don't really care too much about the FIFA World Cup or the Olympics. So yeah, definitely, I'd say that the Super Bowl is probably the most American sport tradition, and we have two teams that nobody really wants to win. Unless you're from Philadelphia or unless you're from Kansas City, you don't really want any of these two teams to win. And I kind of feel the same way. And I just want to give a bit of my prediction, what I think is going to happen. Will Mahomes three-peat? That's not going to be very fun if he does. But it's not going to be very fun if the Eagles win either. Let's talk a bit about it. So, right now, the Kansas City Chiefs are probably going to be like the team to beat. They've had a great season, depending how you look at it. If you want to see it as rigged, which there were definitely a few calls there that I would definitely be able to. For example, there's one against the Bengals. Put that video up.
Before he gets through the receiver's back, you can see him attempting to, but that's early contact, and it is a catchable ball. 29-yard penalty that could be all the difference in.
That's not pass interference. I don't know where they were when they got that call, but they got the pass interference. Against the Texans, they looked like they were trying to get flags on purpose. I know that a lot of people like shame soccer or football across like the rest of the world for having a bunch of crybabies and a bunch of divers. But you see what Mahomes was doing, trying to dive and get roughing the passer call. It's very stupid. But you cannot take away the season that the Eagles are having. They just came off of a massive win against Washington, which Washington was looking like a great team. They beat Daniels extremely easily, and that was a team that was extremely difficult to beat. Saquon Barkley obviously having the season of a lifetime. Obviously, they usually give MVP to quarterbacks because they are the most important position in football. Relatively, I don't always agree with it, but without the quarterback, you can't really do too much. They throw the ball, they can run it, and they really are the captains of the team in most cases. So in this case, Saquon Barkley has had an incredible season, and he probably would have broken the record had they not taken him out at I think the last week of the season. So everything would have gone well, but now they are front. It's like an unstoppable force against an immovable object. Who's gonna win? Personally, I'm hoping for the Eagles, although I don't really care about the Eagles at all. I just really don't want Mahomes three-peat. With the amount of controversy that's been going on, it's really hard to deny the Chiefs. They've been going for an incredible season, and it's just going to be very hard to deny them. We're still 1 week out from the Super Bowl, so this prediction is going to seem very early because someone could get injured in camp. Anything could happen. However, sadly, I do have the Chiefs winning by probably like a touchdown or two. Mahomes, Kelsey, all these like big names. Xavier Worthy went to Texas, so that's gonna look great for us. But yeah, no, it's just you can't stop them in the playoffs. They are a different team, and they have shown that year in and year out. So. Yeah, really not looking forward to the Super Bowl. Kind of just watching it as an obligation at this point because, it's just both of the two teams are very unlikable. Like, the fan base of the Eagles, a lot of people would call it to be one of the most unlikable. And from what I've been seeing on, Instagram Reels, TikTok, they are just extremely, egotistical and, extremely asshole-like. So I don't really like their fan base as much. Obviously, every fan base has that type of Like it has those types of stigmas. So I don't really like them. I don't like the Chiefs either. So yeah, it's just a battle between which team I'd like to win like which team I would hate to see win less. I don't really know. I'm rooting for the Eagles, but the Chiefs are unstoppable, man. So yeah, leave down your predictions down in the comments below. I'll be reading all of them. I'll be responding to all of them. Anything is really valid. Anything can happen in sports. I really like that anything can happen. Like Texas against ASU, which I actually want to talk about that for a second. What a game, actually. Cam Scadaboo showed that he is definitely NFL ready, and he is probably one of the top prospects coming into this draft. Obviously, I'm a Texas fan, and I do not like to see us botching up a huge lead against ASU. Realistically, you can say whatever you want. The way that I saw the game, it was a two-man team. Sam Levitt and Cam Scadaboo, especially Scadaboo, put that team on their backs, and they almost beat Texas. They whether you say yes or no it was targeting, that's going to be a completely different conversation, and one that even if I try to analyze it, and even if I try to say it could have been targeting or it could have not, I personally don't think it was targeting just because one, like I said, Texas fan, and number two, Michael Taff explained it. He kept his eyes up, not the crown of the head. He did not push off. The receiver technically he's not defenseless because the ball was technically tipped. If the ball is tipped, then the receiver doesn't become defenseless, then he can get tackled like that. For me, it was a straight up tackle. He did come in a bit hard, but just because like the catch wasn't expected. I'm not even going to go into that controversy too much. That's just the way that I believe it, and obviously everyone can have their opinions on it. That is why we talk. That is why we have opinions on these types of things. But I think overall that was a great game, and I'm very excited to see the NFL draft and which players from Texas, from other teams, go to the NFL. That's going to be just an incredible experience to watch, and I wish them all the best. So yeah, hopefully there's a meteor strike on the stadium so we don't have to watch that terrible Super Bowl. I've seen a lot of memes of like the Dark Knight. Remember when he like runs with the ball and he's like the stadium's getting destroyed because Bane blew it up, and then the press box gets blown up. That's kind of what America's hoping for, and that's what the memes show. I'm not even speaking like on my behalf. I'm speaking on the rest of America, just saying all that. So obviously it's a bit controversial, but hopefully the best team wins. I'll say that. Thank you. Have a good day.